चलो तो देखते हैं. So the first chapter is what? Units and like that physical world is first chapter that you can already study from NCERT. That I'm not going to teach. ठीक है? That physical world, what is physical world, क्या होता है, कैसे होता है, that you can study by yourself from NCERT book. So I'll be talking about units and dimension in the first chapter. ठीक है? Before going for this units and dimension, tell me what is physics? Anybody who can define physics? Anything, कुछ भी. Define physics. What is physics? Guys, come on. What is physics? Any definition will work according to you, or if you have gone through any textbook definition, you can quote that in the chat. Tell me, what is the definition of physics? Environment deals with phenomena in nature. Okay. Study of maths? No, illa. Study of physical world around us, study of phenomenon happening around us, branch of science. So branch of chemistry is also a branch of science. So chemistry is equal to physics. Law of phenomenon of nature, concerned with nature and properties of matter and energy, how everything works. This looks fine, yeah. ठीक है. Okay, study of physical quantities and their behavior. What is physical quantity? Don't define anything else. Don't introduce any word in your definition which you don't know or which is first time you're. Then again, you have to define what is physical quantity. So in your definition, physical quantity will be a new one. Okay, applied mathematics for study of surrounding. No, Kirtan. थोड़ा सा दूसरा direction में चला गया. Study of physical world. Yeah, so most of you know the basic of it, right? Actually, correct hai. So physics क्या है बच्चा लोग? Physics is nothing but like you are giving some kind of reasoning to the physical phenomenon or the real life phenomenon that is occurring around us. So if you see any real life phenomenon or real life process that is going on, you give reasons to it, like why and how it is occurring. Okay? So you set some laws, you set some rules, and if that physical phenomenon follows that, then you say, okay, I'm correct. These are the laws that we have to follow. After a while, after some time, if some new physical phenomenon occur, and if you try to relate that particular process with the same rules and laws that you have framed for the previous one, and if it does not suit that, if it does not follow that, you again change the law. So the main thing is physics क्या है वैसा ही है. Physics क्या है? You are actually giving reasoning to the real life phenomenon or natural phenomenon, like why this is occurring. ठीक है? So you set some rules or laws based on the real life phenomenon. ठीक है? You can say that reasoning to natural phenomenon. It's not the bookish definition, okay, but I think it works. So you have to give reasons, okay? How can you give reasons? With the help of some rules, some laws that you are already framing, okay? So when you give reason to natural phenomenon, like how or why this is occurring, okay, that is nothing but physics. So as you can see the definition, like branch of science which deals with the which deals with the natural phenomenon or the natural processes, properties of material, energy, kuch bhi aisa, right? But as the subject is reasoning or you are talking about real life phenomenon, just think about this. How will you learn physics? Because you are not giving the laws, you are not giving the rules. Physicists, scientists, they are setting the rules, they are observing the real life phenomenon, and we are just following it, right? So how will you study physics in a better way? Guys, come on, respond. How will you study physics in a better way? You are not setting rules, right? You are not observing real life phenomenon in that detailed manner. So physicists and scientists, they are what? Observing these things very, very keenly. And then they are setting some rules, they are setting some laws, and we are just following it. If you have to study physics, how can you study physics properly? Physics matlab you are now studying the laws. You're not observing the real life phenomenon. Now you're studying the laws. Now you're studying the rules. Got it? So right now, when you study physics, actually you're not observing real life phenomenon. You are just observing the laws and the rules set by the physicist and scientist, right? So no, physics का researcher कोई एक नहीं है रितिका. There is no any no one. There is no any single researcher in physics. सब बहुत मिला के सब आता है. न्यूटन आया, बर्नौली आया, गैलीलियो आया, बहुत सारे लोग हैं, ठीक है? So you can only study physics in a better way if you express yourself, if you question, ठीक है? Okay, rules है, laws है. If you express yourself, you will get to know why these laws would have been framed, or why this rule would have been framed. ठीक है? By reading and studying, correct. But you have to be very, very expressive. In physics, your expression is very, very important. As the subject suggests, this is a reasoning to it. Got it, बच्चा? तो तुम्हें reason बताना पड़ेगा. तुम्हें reasoning को लेकर you have to express yourself. See, in physics, I cannot consider you a good student in physics, or I cannot consider that you know the concept unless you express it. See, sometimes it will happen to you that you solve a numerical. In physics, it will occur to you many times. You can solve the numerical, and when the teacher will ask you, how did you solve it? You will be unable to explain. That means you don't know the concept. As simple as that. If you can solve the numerical, somehow you get the answer, but you cannot explain the approach. You cannot explain why did you use this approach, why did you use this formula. That means a single thing, that you don't know the concept. So in physics, you cannot follow a single approach. You cannot follow a kind of a method where you're just going for some formulas and going for some approach. Okay, this is how we have to do it. Yeah, there will be few things which will be like, which you cannot understand in a very simpler way. Then I might be asking you to, for examination point of view, just ratta maar lo. I might be saying that, but that is also not the correct way. But in most of the time, in 99.9% time, you have to think. If you cannot express it, you don't know that. ये दिमाग में रखना हमेशा. So every time, if you want to learn physics, you should be able to express it. Why am I using this formula? There should be reason for that. Okay? So how would you understand that? So whenever a teacher is teaching you, or whenever you are reading a book, you should question. You should question, नहीं law कैसे आया? मुझे proof करके दिखाओ. Law cannot be proved. However, it can be verified. But when you study the law, you should understand each and every term. What does the parameter says? If you're having this formula, F is equal to ma. Let me give you an example. How many of you know this formula, F is equal to ma? Yes, because it depends. It depends. It actually depends on that. Common sense and analytical skill. If you can analyze the condition in a very better way, you will understand physics in a very good manner. Yeah, most of you know this, right? Now, there is a very basic difference here. Now, how do you understand this? What are the things that you know about this equation? If you only think force is equal to mass into acceleration, this is not the correct way to understand this law. That is also one of the, Kirtan, that is one of the thing. First, this is not force. This is the net force. Okay? This is what? The net force. Now, again, net force on what? So if you are analyzing a body, then first of all, you should know which is the system I'm talking about. Because if I give you this, if there is a block like this, there is a ground like this, forcing acting in this direction, there will be a normal force like this. Which force? So you have to say net force. See, first of all, you have to define net force on the body. So the body about which we are talking about. So these are the things. Net force. Force is a vector quantity. Mass of the body. Acceleration, but this is not the acceleration of the body. This is acceleration of the center of mass. This is the actual definition. Got it? So there are so many things that you should understand every time. Because if you remember this only F is equal to ma, then few questions you can solve it aram se. But there are so many questions that you cannot solve if you don't know this formula, that this is net as well as external force. So this is net external force is equal to mass into acceleration of the center of mass. If you only remember F is equal to ma, there are so many questions in system of particles, in rigid body dynamics that you cannot solve. समझ में आया क्या? So that is why I'm saying when you study, you have to study with the exact thing. पूरा parameters को आपको समझना पड़ेगा. ये होता क्या है? What is this say? Acceleration of what? So not the body, but center of mass. What is F? So not the single force. This is the net. Which kind of force? Internal or external? This is net external force. So you should express yourself. You should know each and everything. तभी जाके physics में मजा आएगा. ठीक है? And those who believe in memorizing everything, physics is not for you. Believe me, physics is not for you. Yeah, but do we need to memorize something? Yeah, you have to memorize. There are so many things that you have to memorize in physics. That means the formulas, the theorems, the laws. You have to memorize it. Okay? You have to memorize it. But thing is that you cannot rely on those only. You have to memorize because you have already studied it. Memorize it. when the time comes, when you're solving some numericals, you should be able to recall those things. That is how physics works. But yes, just memorizing the formula does not work here. You should know the application. See, you might have gone through, or if you have any senior or some Gyani Baba, you know, or any senior or any elder brother or sister that is already studying in 11th or 12th or doing engineering, they will ask you, they will tell you that you should be very, very clear in the concepts, or they'll ask you to develop an approach. तुम्हें लगेगा कि, and you might be facing the same thing. Sir, I understand what you are teaching in the class, but I cannot develop the approach, sir. I cannot solve the question by my own, sir. Achha, how many of you think like this? That sir, when you are teaching in the class, it's almost comfortable. So I was talking about that there are so many of you who will feel that I understand the thing somehow in the class, but while solving the questions like at your own, you feel difficulty. The reason is very simple. You have not done enough by yourself. Okay? When I have asked you to solve numericals, you have not done that. Yeah, physics mein you will face difficulty. That is pakka. You will face that there are so many things that I have not taught you in the class. Yeah, not the concepts and laws. There are so many things, there are so many ways that I have not taught to you in the class. Because physics pura bhandar hai, samajh mein aa raha hai? There are so many ways to solve a numerical. Multiple ways are there. That approach has to be developed by you. How can you develop your approach? When you solve some numericals by your own. Okay? When you struggle with the approach, why, how, you question yourself. And when you struggle with yourself, then and there you develop an approach. Because if I'm asking you to solve a numerical, you should know why am I doing this? Why am I following this approach? Why not something else? If you do it by your own, you'll get the approach. Next time when somebody asks you the question, you will go through the logic. You will not go through the approach, how the teacher has solved, or how have I solved last time. You will go through the logic. Because this is asked, so this is the way I'm going to solve it. So for that, you need a lot of practice. You need to solve a lot of numericals. See, the most interesting thing in physics for an average kid is the theory. ठीक है, क्या होता है? When a teacher will be teaching the theory, and if a teacher is a kind of a guy who relates everything to the real life phenomenon, at least wherever it is possible, then the theoretical part will be a kind of interesting thing for you. And if you are a guy who loves physics or who loves science, then you'll think, okay, physics अच्छा है, पढ़ने में मजा आता है. When it will come to derivation, you might feel, okay, this is boring. But when it comes to numerical, if you don't solve the numericals, you are nothing in physics. Believe me. Even if you read multiple books, 3 books, 4 books, 5 books, and if you don't solve the numericals, physics आपके लिए नहीं है. You cannot crack JEE, you cannot crack CET, you cannot crack NEET. JEE Advanced तो दूर का बात है. I'll tell you my story only. When I was preparing for JEE and NEET and all, like JEE, no NEET name, when I was preparing for this particular examination, so then the name of examination used to be JEE and AIEEE. Right now that is JEE Main, which is AIEEE, which was AIEEE that time, and JEE Advanced was JEE only that time. So when I was preparing before that, just 3 or 4 years ago, the level of this JEE was very, very high. So the questions used to be subjective also. They used to conduct 2 papers, like screening and mains and all. So subjective paper used to be there. There will be objective papers, and the level of question used to be very, very high. One who will be very, very clear in the concepts, they only can solve it. Okay, yeah. So when I was preparing at that time, so there was a transition. There has been some 3 to 4 years of transition. Before that, it was like that, and now it was only 2 paper examination where objective questions used to be asked. I got a Gyani Baba. You know the meaning of Gyani Baba, right? The one who gives you Gyan. So he was not that bad. He was a very good guy. He was studying in IIT Kharagpur, and he was like a relative. So I talked to him, and he actually studied so many books. So he asked me to study so many books. So I have also attended a coaching center. But when I used to study a very good book, and when I used to go to that teacher, I used to find I can study the book, or I can study physics in a better way when I attend the class. When I used to compare the lecture and when I used to compare the reading of my own, I used to find it comfortable when I used to read book. Okay? Yeah, there might be a problem with the teacher also. But the main problem was when I used to study the book, I was actually reading 1 or 2 pages. Okay? And in the book, you'll find so many information that will be given to you. So many information that will be given to you. And in an hour, you might be able to finish off 2 or 3 pages. And there's so many information that you're getting into your head. There are so many information that are getting into your head. in your head, and you'll find there's so many unique things that I'm learning, and you feel like there are so many other guys who are not learning these things. Okay, so you feel confident. So that is what I was doing actually. I was attending the class also. So when I was attending the class, I was solving few numericals. That's it. But when I was going at my home, I was not solving numericals. I was just reading book. And if you ask me what are the books I was reading first H.C. Verma, and then I bought University Physics by C.R. Szymanski. Right now, no one reads that. But at that point of time, teachers used to read that and then come and teach and deliver it. But that is not a very simple book for a 11th guy. I'll tell you. The name of that book is University Physics. It used to come like this. Itna mota hota. I divided that into two part. Still, the thickness was like this. Okay. So I used to read that book, but I never solved the book. I never solved the numericals. I used to just solve few of the numericals, interesting numericals, theoretical numericals, logical numericals. So when teacher used to ask any question in the class, theoretical question, logical question, I was the first one who used to answer. But when the test of the same paper, same chapter used to be conducted, I used to score very low. When numerical will be asked, I was the guy who will be struggling a lot, who will be giving the answer, but after a very long time. Reason kya tha? I didn't solve the numericals. I didn't go through the type of numerical, the type of question that can be asked. So whenever the question will be asked to me in the examination, that will be the first time I'll be seeing the question. So I used to analyze it. Why? How? So in the examination only, I'll be doing that analysis. So it will take time. And sometimes there are few assumptions that you have to make. There are some conventions that you have to make. You have to understand the feeling, or you can say the intent of the examiner. So for that, you have to solve a lot of numericals before going for the examination. समझ में आया क्या? Yeah, correct. So क्या है? You have to solve a lot of numericals before going for the examination. Because if you're seeing a question for the first time, आपको लगेगा there are so many ways. You'll not find an approach. करना क्या है? ठीक है? You'll not find an approach. आपको समझ, like there's so many of you will say, especially NEET guys, they'll say, sir, I don't know how to start, sir. I have gone through, like I have received so many such responses. Sir, I don't know how to respond, how to start, sir, what to do. That will only occur because you have not solved a lot of numericals. If this thing comes to your mind that, okay, I should talk to a teacher because I don't know how to start a question, how to start the solution. The answer for that is you have not solved enough number of numericals. Okay. So, see, that was good for a teacher. See, at that point of time, I didn't solve that many numericals. But after that, once the time progresses, I get to know I have to solve the numericals. Then I started solving numericals. I started book also. I was reading books also. At that time, when I was preparing, I was having so much of time. I used to study 14 hours, 12 hours, 15 hours a day, where maths, physics, and chemistry only I used to study. But right now, that is not the condition for you. You have to go through the language part also, lab also, schools, college. There's so many things that you have to do, right? So I will advise not to read that university physics book at this point of time. You don't have the time. Okay? If you have that kind of time, if you can manage that amount of time, you can read a very good, decent book. I'll tell you the name of those books also. But first, these kind of discussion, like I chose to discuss about these things. The reason is very simple. Always focus on the numericals. For the concepts and all, rely on the teacher. Okay? And then the first thing that will do after the classes, you have to solve numericals. And that by your own. And one more thing, if you ever miss any of the class, never ever try to understand the concept by going through the solved examples. Please consider this. आप दिमाग में रख लेना. Never ever try to learn physics. Never ever try to learn physics by solved examples. You might have learned mathematics or physics in your past by solved examples, but never ever do that in your life in physics. करोगे पूरा बर्बाद हो जाएगा. First, you will feel you have studied only 1 or 2 numericals, 3 numericals. And if you are fast in grasping some of the things, you'll find, okay, I have learned these things. ठीक है, तुमने समझ लिया ऐसा हुआ. So you will have some kind of discrete, some kind of other approach in your mind. And when you try to solve some numericals, you will not be able to solve it. And then you will get frustrated. that I have done my hard work, sir. I couldn't attend the class, but I have studied this. I have gone through the solved examples, but I can't solve the questions. The reason is you have just followed some other approach. You have not done by yourself. You have not given up. You have not given that particular smart work that was required. Hard work और smart work में मतलब difference है, right? You have to be smart as well as hard working, right? ठीक है? So I'll request you, if physics में पढ़ना कैसे है, rely on the teacher for the concept, and if you are having any reference book, let us say if you want to go through that, if you want to refer one or two book, ठीक है? Or one or two concepts, what you have to do, you just have to go through that book once. You have to go through that topic once. That is the reference. You refer that topic, and then again, what should be your main aim? To solve numericals. Just solve the numericals from the standard book, that's it. And try to clear your concepts using the numericals. That is the best way to study physics, at least for JEE and NEET. ठीक है? So जिनको भी लगता है कि न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व करना मेरे को नहीं आता है, अच्छा नहीं लगता है, तो परेशानी बहुत होगा तुम्हें. You'll face lot of difficulty. If you feel like okay, if I like attend a class, that is more than enough. No, that is not more than enough. उससे डबल काम करना है तुझे. You have to solve a lot of numericals. Whether it is basic level, it doesn't matter. But you have to solve first. First, your input is very, very important. ठीक है? So I think I have taken 10 or 20 minutes of yours, but this is very, very important. इसके बाद आपको ऐसा कुछ नहीं सोचना है. ठीक है? आपको करना क्या है? न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व करना है. Don't worry others, I'll discuss the books and all. ठीक है? S Chand, I don't know यार. S Chand से कभी कोई मैंने पढ़ा नहीं. That is, I think, standard 9th, 10th also. In 9th, 10th also, I didn't study S Chand. That was the. अभी बता नहीं सकता हूँ क्या है वो. ठीक है? Anyway, चलो मैं अभी क्लास को स्टार्ट करते हैं और आगे बढ़ते हैं. ठीक है? Okay. And we don't then see if you solve a numerical, the first numerical. See, Ritvika has raised a very valid question. Sir, if we solve the first question and I don't get it. If you solve the first question and you don't get it, attempt it, reattempt it, and then leave it. Go to the next question. That's it. If you trying to solve the first question, आपने solve किया, नहीं समझ में आया, I'll reattempt it. एक और तरीका try दूंगा. I'll give one more try. ठीक है? Then I'll move on to the second question. Try it. Second भी नहीं हुआ. Retry it. Again retry it. और दूसरी बार, तीसरी बार. Again you didn't get it. Go to the third question. It should not be like this because I couldn't solve initial or the first 10 questions that I should leave that topic. No. आप करते रहो. You'll get to know. ठीक है? Because if you are going to do that, you'll get to know कि what are the things that you can think of. At least you are trying to ना कि okay, ऐसा numerical आया, then I started thinking like this. What is wrong in that? So when the teacher will teach you, when the teacher will give you the solution, you can relate those things. Whether I thought of doing like this or not, or if I didn't think of doing like this, what was the problem? Okay? So these are the things that you can relate if you attempt it. At your home, if you're not getting the answer, no problem. At your home, if you're solving a numerical, your attempt is important. Your attempt that matters. That's it. Yeah, but your attempt should be of good quality. Attempt का मतलब क्या होता है? Read the question. Try to get the data out of it. ठीक है? Try to get the data out of it. What are the data? What are the conditions that are given to us? And then try to analyze it. See, I'll tell you, whenever you are facing any problem in problem solving in physics, if you are done with everything, if you don't know this to how to solve it, go through the backward. Like follow the reverse mechanism. Reverse mechanism क्या होता है? See what is the question. क्या पूछा गया है? ठीक है? Reverse mechanism क्या होता है? Just go through the question. What is the question that is being asked? What is the parameter that I have to find out? Then again go back. With that parameter, what are the other parameters that are related? If I ask you to find the acceleration, now you should think about the other relations, the other formulas that are related to acceleration. The first thing that will come to your mind is, okay, A is equal to dv by dt, or V, final velocity minus initial velocity divided by total time, average acceleration, right? Then you'll say, okay, F is equal to ma also. So after that, once you recall those relations in your mind, then you'll go to the question, okay, what are the data given to me? Is force given to me or mass given to me? Force and mass is given to, that means the examiner asked me to solve this question using F is equal to ma. So ये backward करना है आपको. What is the question? what are the relations that you know related to that parameter, and then what are the data that are given to us. Out of those relations, out of those different formulas, how would you decide which formula to use? By going through the question. What are the data given to us? Which formula can be used easily? So this is the way you should solve it physics numerical. ठीक है? No Nikhil, I'm not that. Sorry to break your heart. ठीक है? चलो तो अभी मैं क्लास को स्टार्ट करता हूँ, आगे बात करते हैं. So yeah, so please follow this. साक्षी बाद में बात करेंगे इन सब चीजों के लिए, ठीक है? I think these were the discussions that I want to make with you कि फिजिक्स में आपको पढ़ाई क्या करना है. What are the difficulties that you are going to face? And the solution would be only your input. Input क्या रहेगा? Attempt. That is all. Whenever I'll be giving you homework, I will always say, come with the attempt. I will never say come with the answer. See, there is just imagine this condition. If I give you a question and you got the answer in first attempt, you were lucky or unlucky? Just tell me. तुम lucky थे या unlucky थे? या तुम्हारे लिए अच्छा हुआ या खराब हुआ? You got the answer in the first attempt. See, in a way that I'll say, okay, you are a good student. But in another way, I'll say you were unlucky. Reason क्या है? If you are actually that good, if you have analyzed all the things that you can do, that you can commit, like if you have analyzed everything, that what are the ways in which you can commit mistake, then to ठीक है. But most of the time I have seen, once you get the answer, you don't care about the other part. You don't care about the mistakes that you can do here. ठीक है? If you are getting the wrong answer for the first time, I will say you were lucky. In the class, not in the examination, in the class or at your home. If you are getting the wrong answers in the first time, I will say you are lucky, because now you know what are the mistakes that you can do, or why that mistake should not be done, that will be rectified in the class. ठीक है? But that doesn't mean that you should get the wrong answer at the first time. I am only trying to say that if you get wrong answer, don't get discouraged, don't get demotivated. Consider this as a positive thing, that you now get to know that these are the mistakes that you can do, or these are the other relations that will come into your mind by solving this question. So that should not come for the next time, because I have seen so many students who used to like give the answer like cheetah. Sir, this is the correct answer, sir. And when I used to conduct examinations, they'll be the guys who will be just got like scoring average mark. That only occurs because they'll be committing so many mistakes during the examinations, but not in the class. ठीक है? So don't get afraid of committing mistakes in the class. If you are getting wrong answers, चलेगा, बहुत no problem. But yeah, you should not be committing the same mistakes again and again. You should not be committing the basic mistakes. Basic का मतलब क्या है? I am asking you what is the force and you are giving the unit as meter per second. They are not allowed. Okay? If I'm asking you vector quantity, if I'm asking you find vector A, you are just giving me the magnitude. That is not allowed. Got it? Yeah, but there are few mistakes that you can do conceptually. That is completely allowed and that is completely okay. You should not get discouraged. You should consider that as a positive thing. That is good. ठीक है? तो class में, if you are doing mistake, if you're committing mistake, that is completely okay. That is completely allowed, and others should be thankful to you, because when you have done that mistake, everybody will know, yeah, these are the mistakes that can be done. These are the things that cannot be applied there. Got it? So everybody should feel thankful to you. And you should also feel thankful to you. Got it? तो थोड़ा सा दिमाग में अच्छे से चीजों को समझ लो. गलत होता है होने दो. And in my class, don't ever try to become a cheetah. मैंने बोला है चीता मुझे नहीं चाहिए, मुझे शेर चाहिए, शेर. ठीक है? चीता might run very fast, बहुत तेज दौड़ सकता है, but उसका जो हंट करने का जो सक्सेस रेट होता है बहुत कम होता है. राइट? 20 टाइम्स अगर वो दौड़ेगा तो हो सकता है 1 या 2 बार मिलेगा. क्लास में यू हैव टू बी अ शेर. स्ट्रैटेजाइज करो, टाइगर बनना है, ठीक है, लाइन बनना है. तो क्या करना है आपको? यू हैव टू एनालाइज द प्रॉपर कंडीशन, प्रॉपर अच्छे से एनालाइज करो, देन गेट द आंसर. नो प्रॉब्लम, टेक योर टाइम. दिस इज नॉट द एग्जामिनेशन, दिस इज नॉट एन एग्जामिनेशन फॉर यू, दिस इज अ काइंड ऑफ लर्निंग environment for you, right? So learn it, properly learn it. Why to hurry, right? क्यों फालतू का जल्दी जल्दी करना है? चीजों को करेक्ट वे में समझो. दैट इज द मीनिंग. जल्दी समझना है, ये एम रहेगा, गड़बड़ होगा. ठीक है? करना क्या है? बिल्कुल अच्छे से समझो, कोई परेशानी नहीं होगा. यस, करेक्ट है तन्मय. इन जेई एंड नीट एक्यूरेसी मैटर्स. एक्यूरेसी मैटर होता है, आप गलत सही कर दोगे. एग्जामिनेशन में अगर आप टाइम लेते हो, सॉरी क्लास में टाइम लेते हो, नो प्रॉब्लम, क्योंकि क्लास में अगर टाइम लेते हो तो आप चीजों को समझ रहे हो. When you attempt those questions at your home, you'll get to know कि कैसे टाइम को मेरे जल्दी सॉल्व करना है. मैंने बता दिया तुम्हें कि इस क्वेश्चन कैसे सॉल्व करना है. You know how to solve it now. Now it depends on your mathematical skills. Now it depends on your calculation. How can you like skip some of the steps? How can you do the calculation in a faster way? समझ में आ रही बात? तो थोड़ा सी इन सब चीजों का ध्यान देना है आपको. क्या ध्यान देना है कि क्लास में गलती करो, नो प्रॉब्लम, टेक योर टाइम. बट इन एग्जामिनेशन, this is the preparation for your examination. कि एग्जामिनेशन में I should not be doing any mistake, committing any mistakes. In examinations I should not be taking that much of time. वो कब होता है? जब आप क्लास में टाइम लेते हो, घर पे फिर से सॉल्व करते हो, अगेन कम बैक when we are having some numerical solving session, then you have to use all those approach, and when you know all the approaches, when you know the basic concepts, now you can easily solve the questions in a very short span of time. Okay. And okay, Ritvika is saying, sir, in NEET it is said that physics is not so important. All the guys, all the students who are preparing for NEET, I'll make a very straightforward statement here, that if you struggle in physics, you will never get an MBBS degree from a good college. इससे straightforward मैं statement नहीं दे सकता हूँ. If you are not good in physics, you will never get a good rank in NEET. You will never ever get a good rank in NEET. You might rank बोल रहा हूँ, score नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, rank. Because almost like if you see the population, everybody will be comfortable with the biology part. If you have opted NEET, पक्का you'll be comfortable with the biology part. And chemistry almost सबका अच्छा होता है यार, average होता है सबका. Chemistry में like chemistry is not that tough for NEET. So almost everybody, yeah, there'll be few exceptions. Almost everybody will be like average or good in chemistry. They can handle biology and chemistry बहुत आराम से. But physics में problem होता है. Physics is that subject which will define, which will describe your score. कि आपका rank कितना आएगा, बाकियों से कितने अच्छे हो आप. So rank जो decider होता है ना, that is the physics. Physics is the rank decider in NEET. If you are not good in in physics, NEET में आपका rank अच्छा नहीं आएगा. Rank मतलब 1 rank का मतलब क्या है? बाकी सब पीछे, तुम सबसे आगे हो. 1000 rank का मतलब क्या है? 999 guys are ahead of you. आप 1000 हो, right? तो मैं इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ, अगर आपका फिजिक्स अच्छा है तो रैंक डिसाइडर में आपका रैंक अच्छा है, लोगों से आप अच्छे दिखोगे रैंक में. So those who are having this misconception that sir physics मतलब इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, भूल जाओ, आपका नीट नहीं होगा. किसी ने तो कोई घटिया सा ज्ञानी बाबा था जिसने आपको ज्ञान दिया है, उससे आगे ज्ञान कभी मत लेना. मेरे तरफ से एडवाइस है, डोंट गेट नॉलेज और ज्ञान फ्रॉम दैट ज्ञानी बाबा हु टोल्ड कि नीट में फिजिक्स इज नॉट सो इंपॉर्टेंट. ठीक है, ओके. अर्पिता, देन यू शुड नॉट टेक नीट इफ यू हेट बायोलॉजी. ठीक है, चलो बच्चा लोग, अभी थोड़ा ये सब चीजें बाद में बात करेंगे, अभी क्लास को शुरू कर देते हैं. ओके, ये सब चीजें मैं बाद में बताऊंगा आपको. सो फर्स्ट फिजिक्स क्या है समझ में आया? रीजनिंग टू द नेचुरल फेनोमेनन. हाउ विल यू स्टडी फिजिक्स समझ में आया? You have to express yourself. मैं थोड़ा फिल्मी लाइन कभी कभी बोलता हूँ, let me do that again. फिजिक्स में if you will be expressive enough, I'll make you impressive enough. ठीक है, I need your expressions to make your impressions in physics. ठीक है, तो मैं आपको बताता हूँ कि आप प्लीज फिजिक्स में अपने एक्सप्रेशंस देना, बट हाँ, बिफोर एक्सप्रेसिंग एनीथिंग, फर्स्ट पहले अपने दिमाग में समझना, ठीक है, कि क्या मैं बोल रहा हूँ. Then that will make more sense. Okay, so I need your expressions here जब भी कुछ पढ़ाऊंगा तो, because this is reasoning. हम पढ़ते क्या है? रीजनिंग करते हैं. Got it? Okay, ठीक है, बहुत बढ़िया. Now tell me, if I have to reason something, if I have to give the cause of a natural phenomenon, how will you give it? Imagine a condition where a car is moving on a road. एक कार है जो कि मूव कर रहा है. And if I ask you to tell me about the motion of the car, how will you say? क्या बोलोगे? You will say, sir, the car is moving very fast. Or you say, sir, the car is moving very slow. Or you might say, car is moving slowly, sir. Right? These are the statements that you can make. But if I ask you, how slow? How fast? What is fast? When do you decide that car is moving fast? When do you decide the car is moving slow? So how will you explain that? ठीक है? Or you can say, yeah, Nikhil is saying car is accelerating. No, accelerating का मतलब I can ask you. You can say that, sir, car is moving with right now it is slowing down, then it is increasing. So sir, car is moving very slow, very fast, and every time it is moving very fast, right? So how do you explain these things? How will you explain the motion of that car? So I will say, you will define some quantities. क्या बोलोगे? How fast it is moving, how fast it is changing. ठीक है, or it is changing the course of motion, everything. So for that I will say you need some quantities, you need some terms. ठीक है, तो हम लोग क्या पढ़ते हैं in physics? We define some physical quantities. क्या define करते हैं? Physical quantities. What are physical quantities? So these are the quantities that will be used to explain the phenomenon. अभी क्या करेंगे, कार के मोशन को डिफाइन करना है. You will say sir speed is this, speed of car is 20 km per hour. पक्का दिमाग में आ जाएगा स्लो है आपके हिसाब से, because a car can go to 150 also. If I say the car is moving with 150 km per hour, okay, I'll say okay speed बढ़ रहा है. If you tell me, or if I say you that sir car is changing its speed from 20 km to 30 km per hour in 1 second, I'll say okay acceleration हो रहा है. ठीक है. Then if you say sir car is like speed of the car is decreasing, I'll say deceleration हो रहा है. Got it क्या? Or if you can say that sir there is a black mark that is coming out of the tire or the wheel of the car, I'll say किसने hard brake लगाया है, तो force लग रहा है, friction लग रहा है. Force, friction, speed, velocity, acceleration, these are the terms. क्या करता है? These are the terms that will help you to understand the phenomenon that is occurring in a better way. Got it? So these are called as physical quantities. तो क्या होता है physical quantities? Any quantity that can be measured. समझ में आया क्या? तो आप क्या कर सकते हो? फोर्स को मेजर कर सकते हो किसी तरीके से, आप स्पीड मेजर कर सकते हो, वेलोसिटी मेजर कर सकते हो, वेलोसिटी नहीं स्पीड को मेजर कर सकते हो, एक्सेलरेशन, राइट. और ये सारे क्वांटिटीज के हेल्प से क्या बताते हो आप? किसी भी रियल लाइफ फेनोमेनन को एक्सप्लेन करते हो. सो एनी क्वांटिटी दैट कैन बी मेजर्ड एंड विल बी यूज्ड to explain a natural phenomenon. समझ में आया? चलो क्या है फिजिकल क्वांटिटी? तो फिजिकल क्वांटिटी इज नथिंग बट व्हिच कैन बी मेजर्ड. मेजर्ड क्यों? तो मेजर करेंगे तो ही तो मालूम चलेगा. देन ओनली यू विल क्वांटिफाई इट. हाउ फास्ट द कार इज मूविंग, हाउ फास्ट, लाइक हाउ फास्ट द कार इज मूविंग ऑन दैट रोड. तो पता कैसे लगेगा? तो मैं मेजर करूंगा. मैं बोलूंगा 20 किलोमीटर पर आवर है तो बोलूंगा अच्छा स्लो है. 50 है तो थोड़ा फास्ट है, फास्टर देन दैट. 80 है, हाँ अगेन फास्ट है. तो कितना फास्ट है? तो 80 किलोमीटर से पर आवर से जा रहा है, 150 किलोमीटर पर आवर से जा रहा है, राइट. So these quantities will make more sense. So that is why I'm saying those physical quantities are those quantities which can be measured. और measure करते हो तो quantify करते हो. And when you quantify those things, you get a better sense. कितना fast हो रहा है, कैसे हो रहा है, तो you'll get all the pictures, everything, right? All the details. That is why we need these physical quantities. समझ में आया? तो फिजिकल क्वांटिटी क्या है? आप समझ सकते हो कि लिटरेचर है सर, टर्म्स है टू एक्सप्लेन दी फिजिकल फेनोमेनन और नेचुरल फेनोमेनन. स्पीड, वेलोसिटी, लेंथ, टाइम, फोर्स, एंगुलर मोमेंटम, टॉर्क, ठीक है, ये सब चीजें आपको समझना होगा. अच्छा, नाउ देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज. ठीक है, क्या है? देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज. वन ऑफ देम इज कॉल्ड एज फंडामेंटल फिजिकल क्वांटिटी. क्या होता है फंडामेंटल का मतलब? एज द नेम सजेस्ट, fundamental physical quantity. And which is the next? बताओ बच्चा, दूसरा क्या है? Anybody know? Anybody knows the derived? क्या है? Second one is derived physical quantity. There is one more term, ठीक है, वो मैं बाद में बताऊंगा, पहले सिर्फ लिख देता हूं. Third one is not the type, but there are only two quantities which are actually supplementary. जो कि ना इसमें आता है ना इसमें आता है. So that is called as supplementary quantity. I'll tell you the meaning of that also. Don't worry. ठीक है. Now tell me what are fundamental physical quantities. तो fundamental का मतलब क्या है? To explain anything. ठीक है. To explain anything, there are few things that will be elementary. That will be at the elementary level. To explain any physical quantity, you will need those only. ठीक है. Length हो गया, time हो गया. So we actually derived, or you can say that international जो हमारा community है, we derived or we named 7 fundamental physical quantities. तो कितने लोगों कितना क्वांटिटी को फंडामेंटल फिजिकल क्वांटिटी हम लोग नेम किया? तो फंडामेंटल फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज में क्या आता है? 7 आता है. fundamental physical quantities. What are those, guys? Tell me the name one by one. First one is length. क्या है बच्चा लोग? Length. To explain length, you don't need any other physical quantity. To explain length, you don't need any other physical quantity. They'll be what? Independent. क्या होता है ये? Independent होता है किस पे? बाकी other physical quantity. They are elementary. ये क्या होता है? Elementary है बिल्कुल. To explain anything, आपको ये तो पता ही होना चाहिए. Mass. दूसरा क्या है? Mass. थर्ड क्या है? Time. ओके, चलो आगे बताओ. फोर्थ क्या है बच्चा लोग? Length, mass, time. Then current. I can say current. Okay? No, volume नहीं है. Volume, you can explain volume with the help of length. ठीक है? Then current हो गया. Then क्या है? Amount of substance. क्या है बच्चा लोग? Amount of substance. ठीक है? Then उसके बाद क्या है? Temperature. Correct. क्या है बच्चा लोग? Temperature. Then एंड में क्या है? इंटेंसिटी ऑफ या किसी ने तो बोला था, एक मिस कर गया. इंटेंसिटी ऑफ या लुमिनस इंटेंसिटी, यू कैन से दैट. या यू कैन आल्सो से लुमिनस इंटेंसिटी और इंटेंसिटी ऑफ लाइट भी कहते हैं उसको. लुमिनस इंटेंसिटी. So these are the 7 fundamental quantities that you should understand. To explain these, you don't need any other parameter. ये elementary हैं. They are independent of each other. They are what? They are elementary and independent of any other physical quantity. Got it? तो ये हुआ हमारा 7 फंडामेंटल फिजिकल क्वांटिटी. अच्छा, इसके बाद क्या आएगा? डेराइव्ड फिजिकल क्वांटिटी. तो लेट मी गिव यू सम एग्जांपल ऑफ डेराइव्ड फिजिकल क्वांटिटी आल्सो. डेराइव्ड फिजिकल क्वांटिटी. Come on, guys. Name some of the derived physical quantity. Yes, force, acceleration. One of you have told volume. Volume is also a derived physical quantity. क्या है बच्चा लोग? So you can say that force, velocity, acceleration, ठीक है, momentum, volume, कुछ भी, anything apart from that 7 and plus 2. 9 छोड़ के सारे क्या हैं? Etc. Everything other than those 7, and there are 2 supplementary quantities, that is radian and steradian, linear angle and solid angle. उसके अलावा सारे के सारे all the other physical quantities are called as derived physical quantities. ठीक है? To explain force, you need mass, you need acceleration. To explain acceleration, you need length. To explain acceleration, you need velocity and time. Time is fundamental. To explain velocity, you need length and time. Similarly, to explain momentum, you need mass and velocity. And to explain velocity, you need length and time. समझ में आ रहा है? Similarly, to know the volume. To know the volume, to explain the volume, you need the length. Got it? So to explain all these derived physical quantities, you will take the help of the fundamental physical quantity. As the name suggests, it has been derived from the fundamental physical quantities. So they depend on fundamental physical quantities. Got it, guys? चलो, यहां तक सबको समझ में आया? Now, as I told you, that physical quantities are what? Quantity that can be measured, जिसको measure करते हो. How do you measure? आप real life में आप कैसे measure करते हो किसी चीजों को? अच्छा, have you seen a balance? Beam balance ऐसे इधर ऐसे पकड़ते हैं, एक तरफ सामान रखा और एक तरफ कुछ एक ब्लॉक रखते हैं, आयरन ब्लॉक रखते हैं, राइट? Left hand side iron block, right hand side the thing that has to be measured. If you have to measure 1 kg sugar, तो कैसे measure करते हो? What is that 1 kg? If you go to some other place like in a village or rural area, you might find they'll use some stone. They'll use some stone. Have you seen that? कि वो iron block use नहीं करेंगे. They'll use some stone. They'll say, okay, this is 1 kg, this is half kg, this is pav. that means this is 250 gram. So these, they use different kind of, can I say, they are the units here for them. See, if the smallest mass that I can have in my life is chota sa stone, and if I say, see, a simple thing, if I'm having a stone and if I say this is something, this is 2 gram, 5 gram, or kuch alag sa kg or some other unit also, can I say I'm having the smallest unit in my hand through which I can measure something? If I'm having some sugar and if I'm having small stone, if I keep that small stone on one of the balance and the some sugar on the other one, I can measure that particular amount. ठीक है, I can measure that particular amount, that the stone, उतने का वेई मैं कर सकता हूँ इधर से, राइट? उसके बाद ऐड करना होगा तो एक और छोटा सा ब्लॉक रखेंगे, राइट? If you need some more sugar, then again you have to again use some other block, right? Or you have to do it again and again. एक बार measure किया, then again second time measure किया, third time measure किया, fourth time measure किया. Can I say to measure something you need reference, right? To measure something you need reference. ये कितने का कितना है? If you don't have the reference, how will you measure something? Length कितना है, कैसे measure करोगे? 2 meter, 4 meter, 5 meter. तो पहले बताओ तो 1 meter कितना है? How will you say the length of a rod is 5 meter? Once you'll know what is 1 meter, you'll say, okay, 5 times of 1 meter is 5 meter. How will you say mass of a body or mass of an object is 10 kg? Once you'll know what is 1 kg, right? If you don't know what is 1 kg, you cannot define what is 5 kg. Similarly, you need reference. क्या होता है? Reference चाहिए मेरे को to measure something. So that reference, but that reference has to be internationally accepted. ठीक है? Units can be different. There are so many systems of unit, right? So that reference is called as standard. So universally or internationally, universally तो नहीं बोल सकते हैं. I don't know whether there are some other universe or some other Milky Galaxy or some other planets are there. I don't know whether they'll accept our units or not, but I can say internationally accepted. So internationally accepted standards or the base units or the standard reference are called as these units. So to measure anything, let me define unit. To measure a physical quantity, to measure a physical quantity, we need internationally accepted reference standards. ठीक है? These references are called as, or these standards called as units. ठीक है? So to measure, we should have something as standard. ये क्या लिखा तन्मय? So yes, so if you are measuring mass, for that you'll have a standard. To measure length, you'll have a standard. ठीक है? So all those internationally accepted standards are called as units. So if you're measuring length, that will be unit of length. If you're measuring mass, that is the unit of mass. समझ में आया क्या? अच्छा, guys, why did I use this internationally accepted? Reason बहुत simple है. If you want to study, see, पहले क्या था? सब लोग अपना अपना साइंस पढ़ रहे थे. Everybody were like doing some kind of research, and in every other country, सब जगह क्या था? Some of them were saying mass in pound, some of them were saying mass in gram, some of them were saying mass in kg also. Even if you go to rural areas of India also, you'll find so many other units. पाव बोलते हैं, सवा पाव, सब बोलते हैं ना, ऐसे छोटे छोटे अलग अलग फॉर्म में. कोई ऐसा 1 kg का ब्लॉक नहीं यूज करते हैं, छोटा छोटा अपना एक स्टोन यूज करेंगे, और दे यूज सम कंटेनर, दे से ये इतना हो गया 1 kg, और कुछ अलग तरीके से. So they'll use different standards to study physics in a better way, to communicate with other physicists, to communicate with other researchers. You cannot use different systems which he does not know. तुमने बोला अगर तुमने 1 kg पानी में डाला, अगर if you're talking about a recipe, कि छोटा सा मैं रेसिपी बताऊं, रसना बनाना है, रसना पीने वाला, तो तुम्हें 1 चम्मच डालना है, तो कौन सा चम्मच है, राइट? If you say 5 gram, 10 gram, 7 gram, and the one to whom you are expressing this recipe to make that rasna, he doesn't know what is 1 gram. तो कैसे वो रसना बनाएगा, कैसे जूस बनाएगा? समझ में आ रहा है? तो तुम्हारा जूस निकल जाएगा उसको पढ़ाते पढ़ाते, समझाते समझाते, कि 1 ग्राम का मतलब इतना होता है. तो he should also know the same या टीस्पून कहेगा, कौन सा टीस्पून, बड़ा छोटा, तो टीस्पून इज ऑल्सो अ यूनिट, टीस्पून इज ऑल्सो यूनिट, राइट, वो भी एक यूनिट हो गया, वो भी एक स्टैंडर्ड हुआ। तो अब मान लो उसका टीस्पून नहीं है तो देयर हैज टू बी समथिंग स्टैंडर्ड, राइट, तो उसके लिए क्या बोलते हैं हम, एक स्टैंडर्ड, एक इंटरनेशनली एक्सेप्टेड जो हमारा स्टैंडर्ड है उसको यूज करते हैं। तो ग्राम अगर सब लोग को पता है, एवरीबॉडी नोज कि व्हाट इज अ ग्राम, देन इट विल बी अ यूनिट। इफ एवरीबॉडी नोज कि ओके व्हाट इज केजी, देन इट विल बी अ यूनिट। अभी पाव भर दे दो सर, मुझे पाव भर टमाटर चाहिए, वो कोई अंग्रेज आएगा उसको बोलेगा पाव भर टमाटर चाहिए, वो क्या बोलेगा, ला क्या चाहिए तेरे को, ऐसे पूछेगा ना तेरे को क्या चाहिए, उसको नहीं मालूम पाव क्या है, ही डजंट नो व्हाट इज पाव। तो टू एक्सप्रेस समथिंग इट बी वेरी वेरी डिफिकल्ट। तो तुम्हें क्या इंटरनेशनली एक एक्सेप्टेड रेफरेंस चाहिए, दैट इज वी हैव इंक्लूडेड दिस टर्म, दैट रेफरेंस हैज टू बी इंटरनेशनली एक्सेप्टेड, तो उसको हम यूनिट कहते हैं। अदरवाइज लोकल यूनिट बात करते हैं हम लोग, ठीक है, घर में जाते हैं पहले, आपको अगर पता होगा तो आना बोलते हैं, 2 आना, 4 आना, 5 आना, रुपीस का करेंसी का यूनिट था, राइट, 1 आना हो गया, 5 आना हो गया, 16 आना हो गया, ऐसे सबको नहीं पता है, सो वी कैन नॉट से दैट इज यूनिट। ओके, चलो बहुत बढ़िया। देयर सो मेनी अदर प्रॉपर्टीज आल्सो यूनिट का, ठीक है, बट अभी वो मैं बाद में बताऊं, पहले बेसिक इससे आगे बढ़ते हैं। चलो, तो यूनिट समझ में आ गया। नाउ टेल मी व्हाट आर द यूनिट्स ऑफ द फंडामेंटल फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज, पहले वहां से बात करते हैं। तो टेल मी व्हाट आर द यूनिट्स ऑफ फंडामेंटल फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज। सो यूनिट्स ऑफ fundamental physical quantity, don't ask me what is FPQ, that is fundamental physical quantity, I'm very lazy person, I don't want to write that पूरा, ठीक है, आप लोग प्लीज पूरा लिखना। तो फर्स्ट में that is mass और length, जो भी लिखना है। tell me what is the unit of mass। so actually होता क्या है, देखो हर जगह लोगों ने अलग अलग यूनिट्स निकाला, रेफरेंस अलग अलग किया। so there is some system of units, अलग अलग सिस्टम है हमारे पास। तो पहला जो सिस्टम है मास का, that is CGS system, क्या है चलो, CGS system of unit, that is also universally accepted, but जो हमारे काम में आता वो आता है MKS और SI, ठीक है, MKS और SI unit, and third one is what, FPS, क्या है, third one is FPS। so in these systems of units, what is the unit of this mass, बताओ क्या है, जल्दी से बताओ, बहुत ही आसान है, सबको पता होगा। सीजीएस में मास का यूनिट क्या है बच्चा लोग, यस क्या है बच्चा लोग, ग्राम। द यूनिट ऑफ मास इन सीजीएस इज व्हाट, ग्राम। आई डोंट नो वेदर आई विल लीव दीस मेनी लाइंस, सो दिस विल बी ग्राम। बताओ व्हाट विल बी यूनिट इन एमकेएस, न्यूटन। अयो आदर्श क्या हो गया तुझे, पानी पी, तुझे प्यास लगी है ये प्यास है बड़ी। एमकेएस में क्या होता है, केजी, किलोग्राम, राइट। अच्छा, एफपीएस में पाउंड, क्या था बच्चा लोग, पाउंड। केक खरीदने जाते हो ना, किलो में बोलते हो कि 2 किलो दे दो, 1 किलो दे दो, पाउंड में बोलते हो, राइट। केक खरीदने जाते हो, व्हेन यू गो टू बाय ए केक, क्या बोलते हो, 1 पाउंड का केक चाहिए, 2 पाउंड का केक चाहिए। देयर आल्सो यू आर यूजिंग एफपीएस सिस्टम, ठीक है। चलो नेक्स्ट वन इज लेंथ। बताओ लेंथ का क्या होता है, बताऊंगा बच्चा, डोंट वरी, तांबा बताऊंगा सब कितना होता है। 4.4536 केजी होता है, ठीक है, 1 पाउंड के बराबर। चलो लेंथ का कितना होता है बच्चा, इधर सेंटीमीटर, क्या होता है, सेंटीमीटर। मैं बताऊंगा सेंटी का मतलब क्या है, डोंट गेट सेंटी, ठीक है, वो सेंटी का मतलब क्या है मैं बताऊंगा। लेंथ का मतलब मीटर, दिस इज व्हाट, मीटर, लिख ही देता हूं ऐसा, मीटर। इधर क्या होता है बताओ चलो, फुट, क्या होता है, फुट होता है, फुट होता है, टायर वाला फुट नहीं, ये क्या है, एक फुट, एक फीट भी जिसको कहते हैं, ओके। चलो टाइम बताओ क्या होता है, कितना टाइम हुआ, नहीं बताना है, टाइम का यूनिट क्या है, सेकंड। तो हर जगह क्या है, यहां भी सेकंड, यहां भी सेकंड, और यहां भी सेकंड, ओके गुड। ओके देखो, देयर फ्यू अदर थिंग्स, उसमें मान लो मैं बोलता हूं आपसे, बताओ फोर्स का यूनिट क्या होगा। तो व्हाट इज फोर्स का सीजीएस यूनिट, तो फोर्स का सीजीएस यूनिट इज व्हाट, डायन। डायन नहीं है, डोंट से डायन है, और सर भागो सर, दिस इज डाइन, ठीक है, क्या है, डाइन है। सो एंड व्हाट इज द एमकेएस यूनिट और एसआई यूनिट, दैट इज न्यूटन, क्या है चलो, न्यूटन, ठीक है। मैं बताऊंगा क्या क्या नहीं लिख सकते हो, सब कुछ बताऊंगा, डोंट वरी, डोंट से सर स्मॉल एन से क्यों शुरू किया, बताऊंगा सब कुछ। नाउ इधर क्या होता है, इसको बोलते हैं हम लोग, आप बताओ, लेट मी सी, बहुत आंसर बता रहे हो आप। टेल मी व्हाट इज द एफपीएस यूनिट ऑफ फोर्स? आई एम वेटिंग. illa others. What is fps? Power? अयो, पास्कल. पास्कल इज प्रेशर का यूनिट. नो. अच्छा, पीओ लिखा तो कुछ तो होगा पावर से. हाँ यार, क्या बात है. पाउंड तो मास का है, इसको बोलते हैं पाउंडल. क्या बोलते हैं? पहली बार सुन रहे हो ना? पाउंडल. ठीक है. ओके. नाउ टेल मी व्हाट विल बी द यूनिट ऑफ एनर्जी और वर्क डन? सीजीएस यूनिट ऑफ या अर्क क्या होता है? ERG. इसमें क्या होगा? जूल्स. इधर क्या होगा? पाउंडल मीटर, सॉरी पाउंडल फुट. क्या होता है ये? पाउंडल फुट. समझ में आया? सो दीज आर द बेसिक यूनिट्स. दीज आर, सी ये क्या है? दीज आर सिस्टम ऑफ यूनिट्स. कि एक सिस्टम में दीज आर द यूनिट्स ऑफ दीज फंडामेंटल क्वांटिटी. ठीक है. दीज आर द सिस्टम. बच्चा, सिस्टम. एक जगह पे लोगों ने ये सारे यूनिट्स को फॉलो किया. In a particular region, these were the units that have been followed. In a particular region, these were the units that have been followed. But जो internationally सब लोगों ने accept किया, that is the SI unit. इसको कहते हैं सिस्टम है इंटरनेशनल. ये क्या है? सिस्टम है इंटरनेशनल. ये क्या? सब लोगों ने internationally accepted क्या है हमारे लिए? Every time when you will talk about units, you will talk about the SI unit. So this is one of the system of unit that has been accepted internationally आराम से. These are also like internationally they are also accepted. That is what I'm talking about. But to communicate something in a better way, we always use the SI unit. ठीक है. तो हम क्या बात करेंगे? SI यूनिट की बात करेंगे. टेम्परेचर का केल्विन होता है बच्चा. अभी डोंट आस्क मी एफपीएस कैसे, तो वैसे तो बहुत सारे यूनिट्स होते हैं. आई डोंट रिमेंबर एवरीथिंग. ठीक है. सो दीज वर द इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स दैट यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड. अच्छा, इधर मैं यूनिट में लिख देता हूं फंडामेंटल क्वांटिटी का. इन SI यूनिट क्या होता है? लेट मी राइट इट हियर. SI यूनिट ऑफ दीज क्वांटिटीज. लेंथ का मीटर, मास केजी, टाइम सेकेंड, करंट एम्पियर. क्या होता है बच्चा लोग? एम्पियर. ओके. इसको स्मॉल में लिखने का, नॉट इन कैपिटल. दिस शुड बी रिटन इन स्मॉल. एम्पियर, बिकॉज एम्पियर वाज अ पर्सन, और यू कैन से कैपिटल ए. अच्छा, अमाउंट ऑफ सब्सटेंस MOL. डोंट से MOLE. क्या होता है? MOL. ओके. टेम्परेचर केल्विन. तो केल्विन भी लिखोगे तो K शुड बी स्मॉल. K शुड बी स्मॉल. केल्विन. और you can write capital K. In short form, you can write capital K. अच्छा, luminous intensity, that is candela. तो CANDELA. और small, so क्या लिखते हैं? ऐसे लिखते हैं. Got it? ठीक है. अच्छा, one more thing, let me teach you this. Yeah, when you write units, some properties, let me write it. Some incorrect representations. क्या होता है? ध्यान से देखना. There are so many incorrect representations. So few of them will be discussed here. Few of them will be discussed in coming lectures. ठीक है. Unit of force or unit of quantities which is on a name of a scientist. जैसे न्यूटन, यूनिट ऑफ फोर्स. तो न्यूटन, इफ आई राइट फोर्स का यूनिट, इफ आई राइट यूनिट ऑफ फोर्स, लेट मी यूज डिफरेंट कलर. यूनिट ऑफ फोर्स. सो व्हाट इज यूनिट ऑफ फोर्स? एवरीबॉडी नोज दैट इज न्यूटन, राइट? न्यूटन. तो कैसे लिखना चाहिए? आई कैन राइट न्यूटन लाइक दिस, और आई कैन राइट न्यूटन लाइक दिस ऑल्सो. आई कैन राइट न्यूटन लाइक दिस ऑल्सो. एन लिख रहा हूं स्मॉल फॉर्म में और स्मॉल है. Tell me what are the correct representations for unit? Should I use this if I'm writing full name? Should I use this one or this one? Or third one is, let me थोड़ा सा इसको इधर मूव करने दो. Third representation is this one, small n e w t. Tell me which is the correct answer. So few of you will say sir capital N E वाला, मतलब ये वाला फॉर्म, right? First and, अच्छा, few of you are saying first and third. क्या तू फालतू से चीजें पूछ रहा है? इन विच प्लेस? ऐसे कौन से प्लेस में? वो एक कन्वेंशन है, इंटरनेशनल कन्वेंशन है। चलो देखो, थर्ड एंड फोर्थ, थर्ड, फोर्थ, फर्स्ट। देखो प्रॉब्लम क्या है, व्हेन आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट यूनिट इन दिस वन, इन दिस कॉन्टेक्स्ट, व्हेन आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट यूनिट, आई एम लीस्ट कंसिडर्ड, आई एम लीस्ट इंटरेस्टेड इन द नेम ऑफ इट। अभी जस्ट इमेजिन करो, if I give you this statement that 2 Newton force is applied on a body, or if I don't use force, now tell me what is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? 2 Newton is applied on a body. क्या ये is this a cream? क्या sunscreen है क्या? Guys, can you see the screen? I think you can see the screen. Sharvesh, थोड़ा चेक करो. Now tell me what is the meaning of this? 2 Newton is applied on a body. क्या हम सनस्क्रीन की बात कर रहे हैं क्या? Are we talking about a sunscreen that apply करो बॉडी पे? नहीं ना. देखो तो इसका अलग मतलब निकल सकता है. If you write this capital N, then this capital N means कि okay, you are talking about a name, because we use the first letter as the capital letter when we talk about the name. Got it? But in this context, when I'm talking about physics, I'm not talking about you should be that I'm talking about the name Newton को apply करना है, नहीं. I'm talking about force, right? So to avoid this confusion, that we should not talk about that name in this context, we don't use capital N. हम लोग जो first letter है, that we don't use that capital N. So if this is written like 2 Newton, where N is in capital form, is applied on a body, this will create confusion. Got it? So to avoid that confusion, we use a small n. Now I can say that this is not a force. ये क्या है चलो? Sorry, this is not a name now. Now this is what? This is a force, because हमें पता Newton is a unit of force. Now I can say that 2 Newton, which is a force, unit of force. So I'll say 2 Newton of force is applied on a body. Got it? So which unit or which form will be accepted here? So this will be accepted, and these two will not be accepted. ठीक है? So when name of scientist is involved, the first letter has to be in small. अच्छा. But when we talk about this representation small form, so then which is the correct answer? This is the correct answer. This is the wrong answer. So to express in unit of force, you can write either this or this. Got it, guys? Why don't we use this capital N? The reason is very simple, to avoid confusion, because this also this may sense like okay, we are talking about a name. ठीक है? Similarly, unit of work or energy क्या होता है? You can write JUL, joules, और ऐसे लिख सकते हो. और small j, or you can write capital J or small j. What are those correct answers? तो मैं बोलूंगा this is the wrong, this is also wrong, this is right, and this is wrong. समझ में आया? So please remember this. When name is involved, these things has to be these things has to be taken care of. अच्छा, आगे बात करते हैं. Okay? तो condition क्या है? Only one solidus will be used. What is the meaning of solidus? If I say, yeah, let me use unit of R. Example ले रहा हूं मैं. Unit of R. Do you know what is capital R, guys? Do you know what is capital R? Tell me yes or no. Do you know capital R? Universal gas constant. Capital R क्या है? पढ़ोगे आप आगे जाके. That is universal gas constant. Unit of this is joule per मोल पर केल्विन. ठीक है? यूनिट क्या होता है? जूल पर मोल केल्विन. ऐसे लिखता हूं, नीचे लिखता हूं ऐसे. So if you are writing like this, you might get a feeling that why can't I write like this? Can I write like this? So this will be wrong presentation. This will be wrong presentation. Okay? So you cannot use double solidus. So only one solidus will be used. Or similarly, in unit of acceleration, if I write meter per second square, if somebody wants me to write meter per second, will that be correct? No. This is wrong. This is correct. This is correct. So only one solidus must be used. तो ये लाइन जो है ना, solidus line, ये लाइन होता है, इसको आप ऐसे लिख सकते हो, ठीक है? I'm talking about this line. You cannot use two solidus to explain a unit. So, थोड़ा चीज आप ध्यान देना. This capital R is not unit बच्चा, ये अभी हमारे I was talking about universal gas constant. Okay? चलो आगे बात करते हैं. Few other things. वो क्या होता है? Dash. देखो कुछ क्या लिखते हैं? Unit of work. तो यूनिट ऑफ वर्क को आप जूल भी लिख सकते हो. यू कैन ऑल्सो राइट दिस एज न्यूटन मीटर, और इफ आई राइट न्यूटन डैश मीटर, टेल मी विच इज द करेक्ट रिप्रेजेंटेशन, दिस वन और दिस वन? विच इज द करेक्ट रिप्रेजेंटेशन, फर्स्ट और सेकंड? ओके, ऋत्विका ने बोला फर्स्ट, आयुष राज ने बोला फर्स्ट. यस. सो दिस डैश इज नॉट अलाउड while representing the unit. This is correct, this is incorrect. However, you can find this system, this particular assumption in so many books. They'll write Newton dash meter. That is not the correct assumption. Convention है भाई, unit मुझे बताना है. So we have to accept it universally, internationally. So there has to be a convention. There has to be a way to write it. So Newton dash meter is wrong way to write Newton meter. If you want to write Newton meter as the unit of work, you have to write Newton dot meter. That's it. समझ में आया क्या? Okay. Similarly, if you are writing if let me consider for a second. Newton second, Newton dash second. So this will be incorrect, this will be correct. ठीक है? तो ये चीज थोड़ा सा आपको ध्यान देना है. अच्छा, there are so many things that can go wrong, ठीक है? But these were the important things that you should understand. आगे जैसे क्लास आएगा तो और बताते रहूंगा, otherwise it will become very very boring, because there are so many wrong assumptions, there are so many wrong conventions that we use actually in our day-to-day life, but they are not the thing that you should be more concerned about. These were the important things that we do wrong, so that is why I have explained it to you. There are so many other assumptions, ठीक है? वो मैं आगे आने वाले टाइम में बता दूंगा. Now let us move on to prefixes of. ठीक है? तो क्या बात करते हैं अभी हम लोग? SI prefix. अच्छा, what does that mean? इसका मीनिंग क्या है? Why do we use this? SI prefix का मतलब ये है कि see, units can be very very large. Like the quantity, when you measure a quantity, it can have very large value, it can have very small value also. If I ask you to give me the distance between two atoms of a substance, क्या distance बोलोगे? क्या ये 1 मीटर है? क्या वो 1 या 2 मीटर है या सेंटीमीटर? नहीं. The distance between two atoms in a substance might be very very small. You cannot even explain in terms of meter, right? It will be in terms of femtometer, 10 to the power minus 15, 10 to the power minus 12, 10 to the power minus 9, ऐसा करके. So the distance between them is very very small. So how can we explain them? How can we explain those small distances in a very simpler way? Or a distance between, if the distance between two bodies is very very large, बहुत बड़ा है, how can we express them properly? Because मैंने बोला distance between them is 1 lakh meter, तो लिखना पड़ेगा 1 lakh, ऐसे लिखना पड़ेगा ना. और 2 lakh मीटर आया तो ऐसे लिखते रहो, और 10 lakh आया, 1 crore आया. So it's very very like can you say it's very uncomfortable to write 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. समझ में आ रही बात? So to explain those things in a very simpler way, we use SI prefixes. ठीक है? SI prefixes. वो क्या क्या मैं बताता हूँ. So we explain those units in terms of power of 10. ठीक है? क्या यूज करते हैं हम लोग? पावर ऑफ 10 के रूप में यूज करते हैं. सो इफ आई राइट पावर, व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन? पावर ऑफ 10. क्या मीनिंग है पावर ऑफ 10 का और प्रीफिक्सेस का? व्हाट इज द रिलेशन बिटवीन देम दैट वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी. यस, करेक्ट आदर्श, करेक्ट. सो वी यूज प्रीफिक्सेस. क्या यूज करते हैं? प्रीफिक्स यूज करते हैं. एंड एवरी प्रीफिक्स विल मीन अ पावर ऑफ 10. सेंटी का मतलब कितना पावर? पावर ऑफ 10 कितना हुआ, तो एवरीथिंग वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी, ठीक है। सो पावर ऑफ 10, देन वी विल स्टडी द प्रीफिक्स एंड देन विल स्टडी द सिंबल कि हाउ डू वी रिप्रेजेंट दैट सिंबॉलिकली। ओके, चलो लेट मी स्टार्ट विथ छोटा सा स्मॉल करता हूं, ठीक है। इफ यू आर हैविंग 10 to the power -1, हाउ डू यू राइट दिस, ठीक है। इफ यू आर हैविंग 10 to the power -1 मीटर, इसका मीनिंग क्या है, ठीक है। तो व्हेन यू आर सीइंग दिस 10 to the power -1, यू कैन राइट दिस एज डेसी। क्या बोलेंगे इसको, डेसी। व्हाट इज द सिंबल, स्मॉल डी। तो यू कैन राइट दिस एज, ओह अयो आदर्श क्या हो गया बच्चा, क्यों ऐसे लिख रहे हैं। 10 to the power -1 अगर मिला तो मतलब उसको क्या बोलेंगे, डेसी। तो क्या बोलूंगा इसको मैं, 1 dm, दैट मींस डेसीमीटर। तो इंस्टेड ऑफ राइटिंग 10 to the power -1 मीटर, आई राइट 1 डेसीमीटर, दैट्स इट। समझ में आया क्या। तो इन SI यूनिट इफ आई यूज अ प्रीफिक्स, so that prefix means some power of 10. If I give you 1 decimeter, that means I am talking about 10 to the power -1 meter. Got it? Similarly, if you are having 10 to the power -2, तो उसको क्या बोलते हैं, यस सेंटी। क्या बोलते हैं, स्मॉल में लिखना सेंटी, यहां क्या लिखेंगे, स्मॉल सी। गॉट इट। अच्छा, उसके बाद 10 to the power -3 रहेगा तो क्या बोलते हैं, मिली। क्या मिली, ठीक है। 10 to the power -3 will be milli, it will be small m. Then 10 to the power -6, अभी will say sir 10 to the power -4 -5, मेरे को नहीं पता, करना भी नहीं है, स्टैंडर्ड यही सब चीजें हैं, ठीक है। मैंने पढ़ा भी नहीं, मुझे बताना भी नहीं है। अगर इतना खुजली है जाके सर्च कर ले गूगल, बिकॉज जो इंपॉर्टेंट है वो मैं बता रहा हूं। देन 10 to the -6 इज व्हाट, माइक्रो। क्या मिलता है बच्चा लोग, दिस इज माइक्रो। अच्छा, व्हाट विल बी द सिंबल ऑफ दिस, यहां भी स्मॉल एम सर, यहां भी स्मॉल एम सर। माइक्रो का सिंबल होता है ये म्यू, ठीक है। इफ आई एम गिविंग यू 10 म्यू एम, दैट मींस 10 माइक्रोमीटर, मियाओ नहीं म्यू, ठीक है। सो 10 माइक्रोमीटर, तो 10 माइक्रोमीटर का मतलब क्या हो, आई एम गिविंग यू 10 into 10 to the power -6 मीटर। तो इस म्यू का मीनिंग क्या है, दैट इट दिस म्यू मींस 10 to the power -6। गॉट इट। तो ये प्लीज याद रखना, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। देन विल टॉक अबाउट 10 to the power -9, ये क्या होता है बच्चा, यस करेक्ट, नैनो। इसको कैसे डिनोट करते हैं, स्मॉल एन से। तो 1 nm का मतलब क्या हुआ, 10 to the power -10 to the power -9 मीटर। सॉरी, तो ये प्रीफिक्स का ये मतलब हुआ, नाना नहीं रहे आयुष राज, नाना नहीं है, नैनो है, नॉट नाना, ठीक है। नाना लिख रहा है। ओके, नाउ लेट अस मूव ऑन टू नेक्स्ट वन। इसको थोड़ा मैं एक्सटेंड करता हूं। या सो नाउ विल मूव ऑन टू 10 to the power -12। इसको क्या बोलते हैं बच्चा लोग, पीई नहीं, पीआई, पीको। इसका डिनोशन क्या है, सिंबल क्या है, स्मॉल पी। देन 10 to the power -15, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज फेम्टो। क्या लिखते हैं इसको, फेम्टो। और फर्मी, फर्मी का मतलब ये होता है सेम, फेम्टो, दैट इज रिप्रेजेंटेड एज स्मॉल एफ। देन 10 to the power -18, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज एटो। ऑटो नहीं, एटो। उसको कैसे डिनोट करते हैं, स्मॉल ए से। सो दीज आर द स्टैंडर्ड, दीज आर द इंपॉर्टेंट नंबर्स ऑफ प्रीफिक्सेस दैट यू शुड रिमेंबर। यहां तक तो पता होना चाहिए, 18 का नहीं है कोई दिक्कत नहीं, फेम्टो तक मालूम होना चाहिए। -1 -2 -3 -6 -9 -12 एंड -15, ठीक है। अब प्लस में बात करते हैं। लेट मी एक्सटेंड दिस। देखो अभी अगर मान लो 10 to the power 1 रहा, व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ 10 to the power 1? अल्टो नहीं है नंदन, इट्स नॉट अल्टो, इट्स एटो, ATTO। अल्टो गाड़ी नहीं है, इट्स एटो, ठीक है। बताओ 10 to the power 1 क्या लिखेंगे उसको, कम ऑन गाइस जल्दी से बोलो, 10 to the power 1 या करेक्ट, क्या है वो, डेका। यहां परेशानी आता है, सर डेसी एंड डेका, व्हाट शुड बी द यूनिट? तो डेसी विल बी रिटन इन स्मॉल डी, सिंबॉलिकली। ये क्या हो जाएगा, DA, स्मॉल DA, ठीक है, नॉट कैपिटल डी, इला, ठीक है। आगे बात करेंगे 10 to the power 2, क्या होता है 10 to the power 2, जल्दी बताओ, हेक्टो। क्या होता है, हेक्टो। कैसे दिखाएंगे, 10 to the power 3, किलो, स्मॉल में किलो, ये क्या हो जाएगा स्मॉल के। 10 to the power 6 बताओ चलो, मेगा। वेरी गुड। कैसे दिखाते हैं मेगा को? कैपिटल एम। मेगा कैसे दिखाते हैं? कैपिटल एम। 10 to the power 9 इट विल बी कॉल्ड एज गीगा। ठीक है, इसको क्या बोलते हैं? स्मॉल में लिखना इधर। हाउ डू रिप्रेजेंट दैट? कैपिटल जी। ओके, देन 10 to the power 12 एक इंपॉर्टेंट है, जल्दी बताओ। टेरा, दैट इज कैपिटल टी। नाउ टेल मी 10 to the power 15 इसको क्या बोलते हैं? नो, जीटा नहीं, पीटा। क्या बोलते हैं? पीटा। इसको कैसे रिप्रेजेंट करोगे? कैपिटल पी। नाउ 10 to the power 18 it is represented as x and this will be represented as capital E. तो you should remember till this point. ठीक है, 13 तक याद रखना, 15 याद करने की जरूरत नहीं। और if remember till this, that is more than enough. गीगा तक याद रखो, बाकी याद करने की जरूरत नहीं होती। So if you remember till गीगा, मेगा, किलो, हेक्टो and डेका, that is more than enough. ठीक है, so if I say 10 to the power, or if I write this 2 DA मीटर, डैम नहीं है ये, क्या मतलब है? डेकामीटर। ये क्या मीनिंग है इसका? डेकामीटर। अच्छा, अगर मैंने लिखा है लेट्स से 2 मेगा न्यूटन, इसका मीनिंग क्या है? व्हाट इज मीनिंग ऑफ दिस? तो आई राइट 2 into 10 to the power 6 न्यूटन। इफ आई राइट 2 गीगा न्यूटन, इसका मीनिंग क्या है? 2 into 10 to the power 9 न्यूटन। Got it? So if you know the meaning of this prefix, you can add this particular power of 10. If you don't know the meaning of prefix, gone case. Answer गलत आ जाएगा। समझ में आया क्या? Guys, click yes if you have understood these things. Click yes if you have understood these things. Thank you बच्चा लोग, thank you. So guys, this is it for today. I think it's already 10:18. तो कल और सारी चीजें पढ़ेंगे हम लोग, ठीक है? Thank you guys. Thank you for attending the class. And yes, you guys were responsive today. बहुत मजा आया। So tomorrow थोड़ा और इंटरेस्टिंग होगा। आज तो बच्चों वाले चीजें की हमने। So tomorrow the class will be more interesting. So thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy Muddy guys. Bye bye. Take care.